What if the very thing stealing your peace is something Jesus already warned you about, not once, not twice, but again and again? Many Christians pray about worry, but few stop to listen to what Jesus actually said about it. And one of his teachings near the end may completely change how you face anxiety forever. Let's begin. 1. Worry doesn't add a single moment to your life. Jesus asked a question that still challenges us today. Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? The answer is no. Worry feels productive because it keeps our minds busy, but it never changes tomorrow. It only steals today's peace. Jesus wasn't minimizing our problems. He was exposing worry's false promise. It convinces us we're accomplishing something when we're actually exhausting ourselves. Matthew 6:27 says, "Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" Ask yourself, has my worrying ever solved the problem or only increased my fear? But Jesus didn't stop there. 2. Your Heavenly Father already knows what you need. One reason we worry is because we feel alone. We act as though everything depends on us. But Jesus reminded his followers that they have a Father who already knows their needs before they even ask. That doesn't mean life will always be easy. It means you're never facing it alone. God sees what you cannot. He knows what tomorrow holds, and he has not forgotten you. Matthew 6:32 says, "Your Heavenly Father knows that you need them." If this message is encouraging you, subscribe and comment, "Jesus is my peace." The next lesson is one that many believers overlook. 3. Look at the birds. Jesus pointed to something surprisingly ordinary. Birds, they don't plant crops, they don't build barns, yet God faithfully provides for them. Jesus wasn't encouraging laziness. Birds still search for food every day. They simply don't live in constant fear that God has abandoned them. How much more valuable are you than the birds? If God faithfully cares for his creation, he has certainly not stopped caring for his children. Matthew 6:26 says, "Look at the birds of the air. Your Heavenly Father feeds them." The next teaching goes even deeper. 4. Look at the flowers. Jesus also pointed to the lilies growing quietly in the fields. They don't struggle to earn their beauty, yet God clothes them with incredible splendor. Jesus wasn't saying life has no responsibilities. He was reminding us that God's care reaches even the smallest details of creation. If he clothes the flowers, he has not forgotten you. Matthew 6:28-29 says, "See how the flowers of the field grow." Take a moment today and thank God for one evidence of his care that you've overlooked. Now here's the teaching that changes everything. 5. Seek God's kingdom first. Jesus didn't simply tell us to stop worrying. He gave us something better to focus on. Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. Worry shrinks our world until all we see are our problems. Seeking God lifts our eyes beyond them. When Christ becomes our first priority, everything else begins finding its proper place. Our circumstances may not change overnight, but our perspective often does. Matthew 6:33 says, "Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness." Ask yourself, what has been receiving more of my attention than God? But Jesus saved one of his strongest lessons for last. Number 6. Tomorrow has enough trouble of its own. Many of us live with tomorrow's problems before tomorrow even arrives. We rehearse conversations that haven't happened, imagine disasters that may never come, carry burdens we were never meant to carry today. Jesus gently reminds us that today's grace is for today's challenges. Tomorrow's grace will meet tomorrow's needs. Matthew 6:34 says, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." What future burden have you been carrying that belongs to tomorrow instead of today? And now, the lesson that ties them all together. Number 7. Do not let your heart be troubled. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus spoke these remarkable words to his disciples. "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." Notice something important. Jesus didn't deny that trouble exists. His disciples were about to face fear, grief, and uncertainty, Instead, he invited them to anchor their hearts in him rather than in their circumstances. Peace is not the absence of problems, it is the presence of Christ in the middle of them. John 14:1 says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." Maybe that's exactly what Jesus wants to remind you today. Not that life will always be easy, but that you will never face it without him. If worry has been weighing on your heart, bring it to Jesus again and again, because he has never grown tired of carrying what you were never meant to carry alone. Before you leave, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 teachings spoke to your heart the most? Share it in the comments below. Then comment, "Jesus is my peace." And if this message encouraged you, subscribe for more biblical encouragement that helps you grow closer to Christ every day. Remember, worry grows when we focus on what we cannot control. Faith grows when we focus on the one who holds tomorrow.